Hey guys, what's up? Hope all is well. So, it's been a while since my last video. In fact, it's been so long. I literally almost just sat down and recorded a video without plugging my mic in, which wouldn't have been good. And I was like, oh shoot, I need to put my mic in. But I just kind of wanted to make a quick video about some things that I've been learning recently regarding shadow work and kind of like how I've been exploring my own shadows. And, it's like you need both, right? You need the light and the dark. You need to find balance. That was cool how the lighting looked right there. Had to. But, um, so I really didn't know what shadow work was. Like, I've heard it many times, and I've known that, like, it's basically about facing your parts of yourself that you kind of repressed, right? That are bad. But I really didn't understand it fully. And so I kind of just want to share some examples of what I've been doing for it to help you guys maybe understand it a little bit better as well. So, what I've been doing recently is kind of just allowing myself to have thoughts, no matter how bad or weird they may be, if you get what I'm saying. Like, before I condition them to be bad. And I want to preface this real quick by saying, like, depending on the person, there's different shadows, and some shadows are genuinely bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us may have a shadow where, like, you may want to do actual bad things, and in that case, you obviously don't want to incorporate that shadow back into you, right? Like, you don't, like, you treat different shadows differently. So, like, an example is one of the shadows that I found out for myself was uh like purely societal, right? Like, I realized, like, as a kid, I used to kind of have the desire to make certain connections to get to the top of the social circle, whether it was like in school or on a sports team or like in all these different facets, depending on the social circle. Sometimes I had this desire to, like, I don't know, I guess make the right connections to get to the top of the social circle. And as I got older, I started kind of conditioning myself into thinking that that was bad. I started conditioning myself into thinking that, oh, I'm being manipulative, I'm being fake. Why do I even care about status? Like, does that make me a bad person? And so I repressed that part of me, and I lost a lot of power with that. I had a lot of power, um, motivation, and drive within that part of me that I repressed. And now I realize, being older now, I realize that, like, I came here on a mission, just like how a lot of you other light workers and star seeds have. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially depending on the mission. Like, if we want to change the world, it helps having that ability to make those right connections. You know what I'm saying? And also in astrology, my Jupiter is in Leo because I was born in 2003. And that's like, if you look up Jupiter in Leo, that's like that part of me basically. So that became a shadow. And like, that's a shadow that I am trying to integrate back into me to, like, explore more, like to like basically recondition myself into not just thinking it's flat out bad, right? um Another shadow some people may have could be like sexual related, whether you have strong feelings of being dominant and it makes you insecure, or if you have strong feelings of being submissive and it makes you repress it, right? um you might be into toxic people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, another one of my shadows is like I'm kind of into a little toxicity in relationships, like meaning that I'm kind of into a little toxic women sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like a part of me likes that, and like I repress that part of me down because it's bad, and I still do think it's bad, but that's the type of shadow where like you kind of integrate a little bit and then you get to the root and you heal it. Why am I feeling that? Well, then I trace it back and I found out that the root behind that is that overall I'm the kind of person that likes a challenge. Like, I like growth. Like, I like overcoming something, and I started projecting that into my relationships, right? Where like if I seen a toxic girl, like I kind of liked that, and I felt like I had to overcome that, or like, and even like certain sexual sides of me that are more submissive, like I felt like I feel like that's where a lot of that came from, right? And so that's like, you treat different shadows differently, right? Like, you completely integrate some back in, you kind of integrate some back in, and others you simply just like acknowledge that they're there in order to completely release them and heal them. And that would look like shadows that are genuinely like messed up. Like, if you like have like I personally haven't explored my shadows deep enough. I don't even think I have a shadow like that, but I'm still doing shadow work. So I can't really say. But like, if you've been through like a lot of trauma and you have like a pretty messed up shadow to where like you want to do genuinely bad things, you don't want to dive into that completely in the sense of like your choices, right? Like, you can feel into it to heal it, but don't like completely integrate it back into you, because that's not good either. That would be an imbalance into your shadow. The whole point of shadow work is to find balance of light and dark, right? To find that balance. And you don't want to go too much on the light, because when you go too much on the light, when you cling to your light, that's basically how shadow work even becomes a problem. Like, that's why you even develop shadows, because you cling to your light too much, right? But if you dive into your shadows too deep and you go way too far on the other side, that will cause an imbalance too. And that's just how you basically become a monster. You may feel good, you may feel more conscious, you may feel more grounded, you may feel more like I'm the shit type of thing. I was really trying not to cuss. Crap. Oh well. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm trying not to cuss because I don't know how that works. I'm new to YouTube with like the whole um stuff. But anyways, my bad. You're like, I'm that guy. How about that? You're like, I'm that guy. Or I'm that woman. Okay, this is turning into a train wreck. My bad. Alright. Anyway, so that's not good either. Okay? That's not good either. You need balance. So, yes, you need to have moments where you do kind of express your shadows, the good ones. And again, remember, ultimately everything is subjective from a fifth dimensional standpoint too. What we label as good and bad, to an extent can be subjective, but like I said, don't do anything messed up. Like, don't like acknowledge what, like, if you have a shadow that's genuinely evil, don't do that, because that's how you get too far into the dark. And like I said, you may feel really good, but that's how you become a monster. Like, if you guys have ever played Final Fantasy, you'll become a fiend, right? Just in human form. So like a real life demon in human form. So you don't want to go too far down that way, but you also don't want to cling to your light. Hence why shadow work is important. So I know that this was all over the place, and um thank you guys for bearing with me, but yeah, I just wanted to express that because those are some insights that I didn't know about shadow work. I'd always heard the term being thrown around because I've been into spiritual stuff since like 5th grade, and I'm 22. So, And like I only just now I'm understanding what shadow work truly means from my own experiences. Like I've heard it be thrown around so many times, but yeah, so anyways, I hope that helps you guys kind of delve into facing some of your own shadows, understand it better. Or I hope at least something in this video helped you and contributed to your journey. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna try to make more content on here. I had more content in the past. I took down some videos just because like I kind of want to redo it anyway because I'm still learning, I'm still growing. So yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.